What's up, everybody? I am Gunicorn and welcome back to my channel. All right. Y'all know what time it is. Come on in. Make sure you sign up with Betty and a Bike. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things that you know you're supposed to do, and then get situated. Lovely. Come on in. All right. Let's just go ahead and get straight down to business. This is Real Housewives of Potomac, season 8, episode 5, 6, 7. One of them episodes. I think the episode title got something to do with pie. I don't know. But look, y'all. Look, things are getting real interesting. And not because of this show, because if you really want to get down to it, it's getting kind of stale over there in Potomac. And that's large in part due to because people are just not showing up for work. You got Candace and Jazelle sitting there not doing nothing. Karen is the only one showing up to work. Y'all got this 60-year-old senior citizen working double time and overtime because you young gals won't sit there and go to work. Y'all want to rest on y'all laurels while y'all got Meemaw over. Y'all got the grunt. Let me not call that lady Meemaw because that's disrespectful. What's up, everybody? I am Gunicorn and welcome back to my channel. All right. Now, make sure you sign up with Betty and a Bike. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things that you know you're supposed to do. And if at any point you're feeling a little stressing on your chest, you're feeling some type of way about something, you feel some type of way about something I said, drop it down in the comments below. Let me know what you're feeling. All right, lovely. Now that we have gotten the business taken care of, let's get on into the episode. Real Housewives of Potomac, season 8, episode 5, 6, 7, something. I think the episode title got something to do with pie. I don't know. But, y'all, the girls are not going to work. Is it just me or is the girls not clocking in? They are not earning their pay. Nobody is showing up. Jazelle and Candace got all of this bubbling tension just sitting there lying dormant. You got, what's the girl name? Robin and her eyeballs not focused on what she needed to be focusing on. Mia probably still lying about something in her life. Ashley is still slithering about with her forehead and titties, just all up in people's business, causing cultural commotion all over the land. And you got Karen. She is the only one showing up to work. Y'all got this lady doing double time, overtime, triple time, and all types of time while y'all sitting there doing nothing. This 60-year-old senior citizen, y'all got her out there breaking her back, working herself to the nub, child. She's supposed to be somewhere in Shady Pines, rested up with Ray, sipping the pina colada or whatever the old folks do. They're supposed to be somewhere yachting and cruising and living their best life during their retirement. But no, y'all got mama suited up and booted up for war, trying to get y'all to converse with each other, trying to get the group back together, trying to get the girls back, and y'all are not biting. I just cannot, I'm telling y'all, I cannot take the division amongst these ladies. It is awkward to watch. And if you really want to get down to it, this episode right now, where we are with this show, it is very stale. The real show is happening on Twitter. Miss Wendy, baby, Miss Wendy is providing the receipts. She said to all the girls, whoever naysayed and said that this and what and that, I'm stop all that shit right now because I got the receipts. All of, what's her name? I don't want to say your name incorrectly because I'm an American and, I don't, child. But I want to say that her name is pronounced Lebe. If I'm saying it wrong, somebody correct me. Either way, Lebe and Wendy's, their conversation on Twitter, I will probably post the screenshots or whatever, or maybe I'll just get into the real tea after this review. So yes, let's get into that after I get into the review. So Jazelle and Candace, I'm about to be jumping around this whole review because this episode wasn't really chock full of stuff that I really want to talk about necessarily. So there are a couple of key points that I just want to go over with y'all very briefly. This will be quick, I promise. Then I'm here a whole 30 minutes. So Karen, being the good, God-fearing Christian woman that she is, tries her best to get Candace and Jazelle to talk to each other. She says that whenever Candace is around, Jazelle is extremely quiet. That is code for Jazelle, You bald head bitch, I know exactly what your punk ass is up to, and you are trying to ice my girl out, and that's not gonna happen on my watch. It's not happening over here. So you gonna have to get up, get out, and get yours just like I'm getting up, getting out, and getting mine, okay? You gonna have to break bread with this girl. You gonna have to speak to this girl while I'm here because I'm gonna force the conversation. And I can't do nothing but give her applause because these girls need to be hashing it out. So Jazelle says, I don't wish to participate with Candace or whatever, which, ma'am, you don't get to do that. I'm sorry. You do not get to opt out of participating with your coworker on this show. I'm sorry. I'm so sick of Jazelle acting like she can just do whatever she wants to do on this show. It is so infuriating that production, somebody does not step in and tell Jazelle, like, no, you do not get to call the shots around here. I'm sorry. Yes, you've been on this show 8 seasons, and apparently the producers like her, and they think that she... Okay, sidebar real quick, because now I'm about to go on a whole tangent about Jazelle. What the fuck Jazelle got going on this season? I saw somebody on Twitter earlier today talking about, y'all say that Jazelle has no storyline, but she's dating a hot guy, or she's in a situationship with a hot guy, and her daughters are going to college. Jazelle is the premier housewife of Potomac. Like it or hate it, Jazelle is the head honcho of this show. I don't personally think that the girl contributes much in order to deserve this position, but you know, light skin privilege. I hate to be the one to say it, I hate to be the one to tell everybody, but you know, that's why this is happening. Jazelle has rarely given much her entire stint on this show. Like, when you really sit there and think about it, what is Jazelle's like overarching story on this show? Besides meddling in other people's lives, breaking up marriages, and causing division amongst women. What is Jazelle's story? Like, what has she overcome? What has she gone through? What is Jazelle revealing about her life that connects you to her as a character? I love villains. Villains to me are the most interesting characters of any show, whether that's reality TV or scripted TV. I am always intrigued by villains. Villains are interesting to me. I always want to know their backstory. I want to know why they hurt. I want to know why they act the way they do. Kenya, to me, is the perfect housewife villain because you get it. You get exactly why Kenya behaves the way that she does. And while I rarely give this woman her points, Portia hit it on the head when she said Kenya did not have a mother. Kenya did not have all of these things that I had. So she doesn't know how to be a friend. She doesn't know how to operate amongst women because she's been hurt, you know? And, you know, she said it in a way that was crass and shady, but I think there was a lot of truth to that. There's a lot about Kenya that we as the audience can connect to. Kenya is a well-rounded villain. I was saying a whole bunch of nothing to say exactly that. Kenya is a well-rounded villain. There's a lot about her that you hate, but there's a lot about her that you root for. You root for her creating that family that she's always wanted. You root for her being a mother on love. You root for her to connect to the women. And part of the reason why you are drawn to the way that she handles these relationships with her friends is because we like to see how this deeply wounded woman navigates these friendships despite not having the tools to do so. Because Kenya fans, you are willing to let some shit slide because you understand her as a character. I don't understand shit about Jazelle. I don't know nothing about that lady. I don't understand her as a person. I think that she is very shallow and hollow inside. I don't know nothing about her. And it just makes it feel like her main purpose on this show is just to be evil. And that makes it difficult to root for her. That makes it difficult to root for Jazelle. And that is not fun. That is not, I can't connect to her, to somebody who is just here to be evil. Like, to me, that's lame. That's boring. Okay, but enough about that. So, Jazelle says her piece. She said, I won't participate with Candace. And what Candace does so eloquently is she translate that light-skinned gibberish into everyday American English. Jazelle, I refuse to participate with Candace. Candace, I'm trying to ice Candace out, and guess what? My black ass is still here. Now, what's good? And Candace, say what you will about my girl, she always clocks the bullshit. Clocking the bullshit as only Candace could. And I agree with Candace. We know Jazelle's MO. When she don't like you, she don't speak to you, she tries to ice you out. She did it to Wendy last season. She was trying to do it to Monique. Well, she successfully did it with Monique. And now she's trying to do the exact same thing to Candace. If you notice, she is giving, this is the most that she's spoken to Wendy this episode. This is the most that she's spoken to her in like 2 years. That's because her plan backfired and all the drama seems to be surrounding Wendy. And now she can latch herself on to Nneka and have Nneka edge Wendy out. That is what Jazelle is doing. She is seeping her claws into Nneka. Child. So then Karen is like, well, girl, me and you done been through a lot. Like, I don't see why it is that you can't get over this with her or whatever. And then Jazelle said something like, what Candace put my family and my children through, it's like, skirt. Jazelle, how do you, Jazelle, okay. Listen, come here, sister, because, like, I feel like maybe you just need a hug. Maybe you're one of them badass kids, old-ass ladies, who just need somebody to give them a hug in order to, like, break the wall down or something. And I'm just about to give you a hug, and I'm going to speak some truth into you real quick. You are not the victim. Girl, how do you get to play victim right now? Do you not understand that you loosely accuse this woman's husband of, well, not even loosely at this point, because you in your interview said that Chris made you go into a room and close the door. Now, the way that you are wording this now is even worse than you worded it before, because you was very careful with your, like, you are almost trying to be like benevolent about it. Like you were being very careful about your claims of sexual intimidation, or I don't know. It just had everything that you said oozed out the feeling of, you can say everything, but this man was trying to get me alone in a room to do something inappropriate with me. You were stoking those flames, and you know that's what you did. And you were incorrect, and you were also putting 20s on 10s in order to create entertainment for this show. And that's my problem with Jazelle, because instead of you reeling back and just being like, you know what, I may have misjudged the situation, and maybe I could have handled it differently. I realized that Candace is my friend and Chris was my friend at one point. And although I did feel uncomfortable in the situation, maybe I should have spoken up, and I should have said something to Candace. Maybe I should have went about it differently, because obviously the way that I did it hurt my friend, her husband, and their children and their marriage. You don't want to take ownership of any of that, but then you try to turn it around and say that the things that Candace said affected you and your daughters. Please explain. Jazelle, please explain to me how Candace retaliating to you, saying all these inappropriate things about her husband, that he's a sneaky link and all this other shit, how does that then translate? And then Candace retaliates, rightfully so, with a few words that I may or may not say myself. But she retaliates, and then now it affects you and your family. And now this is the reason why I hate that mommy guilt bullshit that the girls be trying to pull on these housewives shows. Oh, my children. When ain't nobody say nothing about your daughters. We love Grace, Adora, and Angel. We love the girls. We hate you. We love the girls. We love Grace. Grace is just she literally lives up to her name. Just beauty and grace and all of the things that you could be, but you're not. We love the children. And Candace loves the children. Candace, lets your daughter drive her car and she doesn't scratch the shit. So, she loves your children. We don't like you because of the things that you do. And I think that you would fare so much better with the fans and your spirit, your soul, and with God, girl, if you would just take some ownership and accountability and apologize for something. Jazelle, you're not making no sense. What you're trying to do is ice Candace out because she tore your ass up last season at that reunion and you have yet to recover. And honestly, I get that. You could also say, what you could say is the things that you said to me, Candace, I feel like we can never recover from. I don't have a problem with being cordial with you, Candace, but the things that you said to me and about me that day struck something in me and hurt my light skin layer, and I cannot recover from that. I wish you well, and whenever we are around each other, I'll say hi to you, you say hi to me, but we will never be friends. That's fine. That's a very good starting point. At some point, the fans would love for y'all to move on and argue about different things in the future, but we need y'all to settle this. It's getting to be too much. So now Nneka and Wendy. So now Nneka comes over and then Jazelle starts it up with Nneka and Wendy, which I love that because Karen was trying to get Jazelle to talk to Candace again, but Candace deflected that shit and said, Jazelle deflected that shit and said, Nneka, don't you got something to say to Wendy or whatever? So then now they start to get into it about this whole situation. Look. We don't care. We do not care no more. Y'all are dragging this thing out. I think at this point, Wendy and Nneka would fare better with each other by having a one-on-one conversation, because I think that Wendy does way too much performing in front of the ladies. I think that they will fare better with just having a one-on-one conversation. Like, what happened to one-on-one housewife luncheons? Bring one-on-one lunches back. We don't get scenes no more like with Candy and Portia in the you just made that up. Like, we could have got a moment like that from Wendy, but no, we are forced to have the peanut gallery chiming in and creating further division amongst Nigerian women. Here's the thing. Nneka wanted to be on this show. She is a fan of Potomac. She's watched Potomac. Girl, we caught you slipping because you brought up a situation. You brought up Lebe being at Wendy's christening, baby shower, whatever the hell that was, where they were wearing the gay lays. You brought up that episode. So now we done clocked you, and now we know that you watched the episode. So I don't want to hear no more about you ain't never watched this show. You don't know the girls. You didn't know Wendy, all this other mess. You were trying to latch yourself onto Wendy because Wendy was already on the show. Y'all have the Nigerian sister connection, and Wendy gave very much, I know her, but I don't know her like that. And you felt slighted. How you are taking on your cousin-in-law's beef with Wendy's sister and mother in order to now circulate or back around to have a beef with Wendy is stupid. It's stupid. I feel like you could have brought Lebe in as like a friend of with you, and y'all could have hashed that out like that. But I just feel like you taking on that beef in order to have some kind of drama with Wendy, it does scream clout chaser. It screams, by hook or crook, I'm getting on this show and I'm going to use you to do so. And if I have to drag our culture in to do it, that's what I'm going to do. Now, I am not on the bandwagon of, the Nigerian girls shouldn't be using their culture shouldn't be using their culture as a weapon against each other. I feel like if this is going on in their real life, I feel like it's fair game. It is a little icky. It is a little icky, but I'm okay with it. I don't really care. Like I don't care that much. But maybe because it's not my culture. Maybe if this were like two Black Americans and this had something to do with some Black American shit, like in, you know, I don't know, they was arguing about George Floyd, I don't know. Like if they were arguing about something that had to do with something about being Black American and our experience and, you know, our culture or whatever, I would probably have more of an issue with it. But because I do feel like this has been a learning opportunity for, like, I'm choosing to see this as a learning opportunity. Like I've been doing my own research on the side, watching different videos, reading different articles, and using this to expand my knowledge of Nigerian culture, religion, spirituality, deities, and all of that other good stuff. Like that's what it is for me. So like while y'all are viewing this as like a negative thing, which it is negative, I'm also taking this as an opportunity to learn something new. So, and I think that's what y'all can also do too. But also again, I know that people don't like to read. Whatever. So what I will say is, Wendy, Wendy will fare better with me if Wendy could just be real and just be like, yeah, I kind of heard that you wanted to be on the show and you was trying to use my name to do so. I didn't really want to be associated. I didn't really want you coming on this show associating yourself with me if we don't really know each other like that. I'm willing to get to know you now that you have gotten yourself on the show, but I didn't want to use just the fact that we're Nigerians as like, you know, this common point. I don't agree with that stance. I think that it would have been cool if you would have embraced, you know, a fellow Nigerian and just been like, yeah, this girl Nigerian, I'm gonna have her back. That's my girl. What's tea? I feel like it would have been better for y'all to come in, for y'all to be, for y'all to show a sense of like solidarity amongst each other, or whatever. But I also see, and this is another thing, like I don't like it that, well, see, what I was about to say was I don't like it that people are disappointed in the fact that Wendy and Nneka are beefing because they're Nigerian. The rest of these women on this show are all Black American, and y'all are not disappointed in that. So I don't think that there's anything more special about them being Nigerian and also beefing with each other. Like at this point, they're just doing when in Rome. At this point, yeah, that's really all I have for this episode. Like I didn't have too much, but I do want to read to y'all Wendy's text receipts from Lebe and her in the BBL situation. I'm gonna read this to y'all because I thought it was quite entertaining. Much more entertaining than this bullshit on this damn television show. Hopefully. All right, let's get into the mess. Dr. Wendy Osefo. Okay, wife of Eddie Osefo, and I am the sister wife of Doctor. Anyway, so Wendy says, "Sigh, I have really been minding my business this season and not reacting / tweeting about RHOP. But this narrative is getting malicious. You say you don't know me, but a year and a half ago, before we started filming, you kept pressing Lebe to ask me to have dinner with you. So let me now read you the text receipt. Lebe Iwu says, excuse me, says, hey love. And then a couple of hours later, Wendy texts back and says, hey love, how are you? She says, Lebe says, I'm good, darling. How does your schedule look? I'd love to get together for brunch or dinner. My in-law moved here from LA and Bravo's production team has approached her about coming onto a show. So then Wendy texts back. Wendy texts back 10 days later and says, hey twin, hey twin, my schedule is nutty. Just let me know some days you're available. Okay, work. Wendy puts out another tweet that says, and yes, my sister and your cousin-in-law did have a falling out. One of many reasons being Lebe Iwu was name dropping me, calling her cousin to get a BBL. The whole squad is full of clout chasers. Oh yes, honey. Oh yes, honey. Okay, so this conversation is between assuming Wendy and Lebe. So Lebe says, "Hey, 20, I need a favor. I'm trying to get a BBL. I know you posted the doctor you used, but wasn't sure if you had an in with him. His schedule is booked until next year. I know surgeons can do add-ons if they know you. Can you or your assistant please request if they can squeeze me in? I'm throwing Sam a party next February next year, and I need my body to be snatched, honey." So Lele is trying to get her body right, baby. She said, "Girl, I'm trying to get on reality TV too. I'm trying to let the girls know what time it is. I want my body to be snatched. My husband needs some. He need to he don't want to be grabbing on muffin top, bitch. He want to grab on these handles, okay? He want to grab on these ass handles, not this muffin top. I understand, Lele. I understand." She said, "Bitch, and I need it and I need it now. I need this body done and I need it now. Okay, I don't got time to be playing and waiting until next year, girl. I need to be right. I understand, Lebe." So then so Wendy doesn't respond to that text, but then she goes on to say, "I already alerted his practice that I would ask my friend to assist, and they said it's between my friend, in parentheses, you, and the manager to get me in." Wendy does not respond to this text. Lebe then goes on to say, "Hey boo, I know you're extremely busy, but I couldn't resist and had to lobby for an appointment with your doctor by name dropping," with the little monkey hiding his face. So yeah, my appointment got moved up to December, laughing emojis. Anyway, I ordered your book. Good job, 20. Keep making # Team Wendy proud. Now, all of this is fine and dandy, right? All of this is cute, fun, all of that in a bag of chips. First of all, Lebe is a gutsy girl. I like Lebe, bitch. Lebe is a gutsy girl. But anyway, the most interesting part of this interaction is that Wendy disregarded everything about this lady getting her body done, did not give not one fuck about that. One fuck, two fuck, blue fuck, or red. Bitch, she said, "Girl, whatever you talking about, I don't care." But then Wendy goes on to say, "Oh, really? Send me a screenshot of your book order. I want to see that. Let me see that." I said, Wendy, you a cold bitch. I know that's the fuck right, Doctor. What she said, because one thing about it, I'm saying it on business first. I don't care nothing about you getting your body snatched. You can use my name if you want to. I ain't co-signing that bullshit. But if you can get in there using my name, do what you want, boo. But let me see that book order. Lebe ain't seen the book order receipt, though. Lying helpful. All right, y'all. This has been my review of this week's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. If you have anything to say, please go ahead and drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this episode, my review. If you are new here, please subscribe. Also, like, share, tell a friend. You know, we like new attendees around here. So, make sure you tell a friend and subscribe. Do all the things. Yes. All right, y'all. Toodles.